If your teacher wants to take these, and you can just
My name is Scott Backovich, and I'm here today at Gig Harbor High School, and we're focusing purely on service. I think when we talk about service, students get so focused on the idea of service projects where we collect items and we donate them and then we hope that we did a good thing. Today we're focusing on something a little bit different, and that's figuring out how we can take part in stories. There's so many people and so many groups in this world with such amazing stories that we have the opportunity to take part in through service. And so a huge part of today is getting students to understand that there are stories going on all around them in their schools, with their friends, their teachers, their parents back home. And so they're gonna have the opportunity to serve the people around them today in a very real and tangible way.
So when I first walked in the doors, I had no idea what to expect because they kept it kind of secret. And I honestly, when I first walked in, there was so much excitement in the air, and you could just tell everyone was pumped and ready to go and ready to just learn about service and leadership.
One of my favorite activities we're doing throughout the day is something I developed called secret support. Students are going to have the opportunity with simply a piece of paper and a pen to truly get involved and invested in the lives of the students around them. They're going to have 20-30 minutes to walk around, see different papers representing different stories of different students, whether they know them or not, and they're going to have the chance to sit down with that piece of paper and really help and serve them to the best of their ability.
People interpreted it so many different ways, like how you wanted to change things. It was like what people sometimes wanted to change about themselves, what they wanted to change about the school, and it was just really cool to see everybody's different ideas.
In this case, it wasn't about how it made you look. It was about the pure fact that you were helping someone who needed it.
That impacted me a lot because seeing what other people are going through, I could relate to that, and it was very helpful.
So real quick, give yourself a huge round of applause. Throughout the day, it's been so cool to watch so many amazing acts of transformation, from the paper activities, secret support, to all the group discussions later in the day when we really got down to the nitty-gritty and talked about the tangible ways that we can help people. It's been so wonderful just to watch the amount of love and compassion these students have for one another.
By the end, I honestly could tell that everyone was really opening up to each other, and how they really did take in all that Scott was telling us about how important it is to have those kind of connections and bonds, and how service is really important, and to not only just to give back to the community, but understand who you're giving back to and actually go there personally to make those connections, and so you know that you're giving back in a more personal way.
In addition to serving, a huge part of the day is just playing and having fun. These students are taking time out of school to be here. They're still gonna have to make up all of their work. And so we're gonna play games, have fun, interact with people, collaborate with different people from different schools, different walks of life, and just enjoy the day together.
After the summit, we encouraged all the middle school kids and all other high school kids that joined us to come be a part of this big servant leadership project we've been doing, sign waving throughout Gig Harbor, and we had a huge turnout. Kids were inspired, middle school kids, different high school kids that aren't in leadership, special education department kids all showed up because they were inspired and they wanted to be a part of the movement. The impact of the sign waving on the community, I think at first when they see us, they're like, oh, there's a bunch of Gig Harbor kids. And then after the summit, they say like, oh, there's a bunch of Gig Harbor kids, and they're with middle school kids, and they're with special education department kids. And I think that gets people thinking like, wow, there's some sort of connection happening, and more people are getting inspired because of one group that started something. And the servant leadership attitude is kind of spreading and inspiring other people to get involved. At the end of the day, leadership is about relationships, and you can't have leadership on your own. It takes a family, and I think that's something that we learned this week and that it doesn't have to just be a Gig Harbor High School family, it can be a Peninsula School District family. And the movements that we want to start, the big ones, the new attitude, the new culture, that's something that's going to come when we band together, and I think we learned that this week.
I get asked all the time, whether I'm here at a school or whether I'm at a conference, what the easiest way is to get started serving. And I think honestly the easiest way to start serving is just to ask yourself a few simple questions. What if we stopped caring so much about what people think of us and started caring more about what those people need from us? Questions like simply, at the end of the day, at the end of school, quite simply put, what do you have to give? What do you have to give to the people around you? What do you have to give to the people in your world? Whether it's kindness, compassion, happiness, courage. Because when you give what you have, you give people hope. When you give what you have, you give people hope. And so the question for everyone becomes this: what do you have to give?